Hello, everybody. This is Pastor Willie, and this is the encouraging word for today. And we are on a journey of restoration, just as King David was. And he wrote out his journey in Psalm 51, and that's our roadmap. And we've come to a key critical point of Psalm 51. And there's a key word in this psalm. And this same key word or key concept is in almost every psalm that you find in the Bible. And indeed, it's almost in every part of the Bible, whether it's looking at someone's life like Daniel's life or Peter's life, or whether it's looking at just regular verses in the Bible. There is a point where things start to change. It's almost like a pivot point. There's a before and then there is an after. And we find that right here in the middle of Psalm 51. Let's listen to Psalm 51 verse 13 together. This is what David says. Then I will teach transgressors your ways, so that sinners will turn back to you. Did you catch it? That word then. There's a before. Before there was brokenness, before there was sin, before there was destruction in David's life, he got confronted, he confessed, he cried out to God. God brought restoration and continues to bring restoration. Now there is an after in his life, a before and an after. And the key word is then. Then. When he is restored, then he will be an example for others. Before was brokenness, he was a bad example. But now he has restoration. Then he can become an example of what God can do with a broken person. Others, he says, sinners will be turned. Other broken people will be turned to God because of what happened in David's life. And it's been happening for thousands of years. As people read Psalm 51, they see that word then, and they say, wow, that happened with David. That can happen to me. And that's the power of your story. He now teaches others, not only by speaking to them, but by the power of his story. And when you allow God to restore you, when you allow God to turn your life around, you become a powerful person. And even people seeing you, who you may not talk to, will be taught that restoration is possible. So I encourage you, look for people to tell your story to. And even more than that, live the story of restoration. Because your story is not just for you. In fact, your story is primarily for others. Today's challenge is to look for someone you can tell your story to and tell it to them. Tomorrow, Wednesday, is day 12 of our journey to restoration, and we're going to look at what Satan hates, what he hates. We're going to be live on Facebook on Wednesday, so I encourage you to take the journey, invite someone else to take the journey with you. See you tomorrow. Take care.